Yo. Here we are once again, back at One Piece Masters Inc. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all doing good, smiling like I'm smiling. So we go ahead and we gonna talk about us another straw hat today. And we ain't just talking about strength, we just talking about everything in particular and how I just be wanting to go over them. So I'm going over Franky today. I've been seeing a lot of stuff from Franky, and I'm like, whoa, like I can honestly see why this is Tekken 101 favorite character. Shout out to Tekken 101. I love you. But I can see why this is his favorite character. Because like Franky is doing things, he does things in subtle ways that like if you really open it up to a broad spectrum to what he's doing, Franky is a badass. It ain't it ain't no way around it. It ain't no way through it. It's nothing that you can do or say. Like he is a total and bona fide badass. Like you have to realize like Franky, like not only is he amazing shipwright, but past being a shipwright, I feel like the man can build pretty much anything. And that is something that I look at and I'm like, you know what, like I think a lot of people miss that. But even past that, I want to talk about boom. Let me talk about this one scene when I seen it in the anime. I heard all about it in the manga, but I done spoke on this before. I would read the manga 1,000 times. I'm so ahead of the anime now, it's ridiculous. But until I see it in the anime, it's not solidified to me. That's just how I am. But I can talk about it 1,000 days until next week. But what I'm saying is, okay, in this scene right here, you have Franky driving in with Brooke, driving on their motorcycle. You see Nami running, and then you got Franky comes in and runs Big Mom over on his motorcycle with Brooke with right there. You feel me? Lands his skirt, singing this little song, whatever he's singing, and him and Brooke, they not scared. I ain't even putting. I'm a talk about Brooke in this same situation when I get to him. But I'm just saying, I'm just look at like they wasn't scared, and I look even more to Franky. Like even when I don't know, I'm not gonna specifically say Nami told him to run or if she's. I think she was saying something about Big Mom or she a Yonko or let's go. It was something being said like that. And like you feel me, Franky, he does it in such a subtle way that I feel like a lot of people just overlooked it and like oh okay, because and it just kept going. But Franky was literally about to use his laser cannon on Big Mom, and he was telling Nami, and he was telling whoever. I think that was Nami though. He was telling Nami like, listen here. Luffy gonna be the cap. He gonna be the pirate king, and if Luffy ever gonna become Pirate King, like Yonko, this type of stuff, we ain't can't let them stand in our way. We can't be afraid. We can't run. We can't do none of that. We and he was charging that thing up, and he was about to, bro. He was about to give Big. I don't know if it would have hurt Big Mom or not. You feel me? But I just want to think that it would have gave her a scratch or would have healed. I want to think it would have did something. No, I know for a fact it wouldn't have knocked out. I know for a fact it wouldn't have defeated her. But I just want to think for my own fan canon in my head that if Franky would have hit Big Mom with that laser, it would have did something. And he didn't do it. And all the stuff elaborated to him hitting somebody else with the laser and all this other stuff happened. Because that's just how it works. But it showed me and it solidified to me that Franky is kind of thinking, not even kind of thinking, he thinks the same way like Luffy thinking. He understands that Luffy gonna become Pirate King, and we at the moment now, well, we don't care if it's Yonko, Admirals, we don't care who it is. It ain't no running. We just gotta go ahead and stand up because Luffy gonna be the most powerful. So we ain't gonna be scared of nobody else. And that's basically what Franky was doing. Like, and when I look at it from doing that to when he fought Jinbei fought who's who. Franky fought the other one. You know who his name is. I be forgetting their damn names, man. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm not good at names. If I don't really like you and you ain't really one of my main characters, then your name is not relevant to me. But if you love One Piece, then you know who Franky fought. So I don't have to go into all those details. Sasuke. Bam. There it go. Franky fought Sasuke. Okay, then it'll pop up in my mind now. Now Sasuke, as far as I know, has over 400 million buried bounty. As far as I know his bounty is over 400 million. That's I might be wrong, but as far as I know, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Franky's bounty is only 94 million. Franky is literally, and I'm not counting Chopper, y'all. Please, like, come on now. I just give Chopper a break sometimes. I'm not counting Chopper. Other than Brook and Nami, Frank is the only one who bounty is still only in double digits. You feel me? 94 million. You feel me? Nami's is 66 million. Brooks, I had said one time Brooks bounty was 89, but his bounty really is 83 million. So it's like, you feel me? He ain't even up there. I know he's strong. It ain't nothing about his strength or nothing. I'm just saying, as far as bounty, he's not even up there in up echelon of the other Straw Hats. You feel me? If you look that bounty, Franky really would be one of the lowest and weakest members of the Straw Hat crew. So you feel me? I think that's why they gave Franky that fight against Sasuke. You feel me? Somebody super strong. I don't think Sasuke was weak. That's just how I feel. They kept saying who's who in Sasuke is trying to, they was the ones trying to upsert King and Queen, you know, and I think both of them was super strong. That's why I really give praise to Jinbe and Franky. Like, they was meant to be shown, even if not shown as Yonko commanders, they were meant to be shown as, to me, I would count that as a Yonko commander. You can call them Topiropo, and you can say, oh, I want to say that King and Queen was the only Yonko commanders. I mean, you could do that if you want to, but when I look at it, it's kind of like, oh no, Katakuri, Smoothie, Cracker, all these was Yonko commanders, but at the same time, you might didn't like them, but what is the man name with the long tongue? Y'all, Paris Sparrow, Oven, that Fuku. Like, it's like you could have said they was Yonko commanders too, cause you feel me? Like, look at Blackbeard, he got 10 Titanic captains. You feel me? All of them is considered, all of them got their own crew, and they all got their own ships and fleets and all that, but that's his main crew. But still, all his crew is considered Yonko commanders. You feel me? Yeah, that's just how I look at it. Like, when you really look at it at the end of the story, no, I ain't gonna look at end of the story, because then Luffy will be a pirate king. If you look at towards the end of the story, and really now to me, but if you look at towards the end of the story, Luffy has a Yonko crew. Everybody on Luffy crew would be considered like a Yonko commander fighter. Like that. That's just how I'm looking at it. I don't know. That's why I be wanting people giving their opinions and how they feel, because like I am looking at it and how I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, it could be some holes in there, or maybe it's some way that I'm trying to explain it even myself that I'm like, well, you feel me? But that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, Franky, you're beating what's kind of equivalent to a Yonko commander. I don't know if you want to say Sasuke is just as strong, but I don't see. That's when I say, like, when I say, well, can Sasuke fight Cracker? To me, Cracker wins that fight. That's just how I feel. That you feel me? Sasuke fight Smoothie. I think Smoothie wins that fight. I do think the upper echelon of Big Mom's crew is kind of stronger than the upper echelon of Kaido's crew. Now that ain't counting King and Queen in that. I'm just stating on the Topiropo, but that doesn't take away the fact that I don't think they'll win, that the Cracker wouldn't beat him that easily, or Smoothie wouldn't beat him just that easily. It would be maybe a kind of high diff, or you feel me, maybe not a low diff, but a low high diff. You feel me? It wouldn't be as easy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you beating somebody equivalent or close to a Yonko commander with over 400 billion. Well, my fault. I'm not saying billion. Oh Jesus, with over 400 million buried bounty. So that's why I said when I was talking about my fault. When I was talking about they bounties, I'm always getting my words confused with each other because I'm like, wait, which word am I looking for? When I was talking about they bounties, I said that Franky definitely would be at least 500 million, and I always stick to that. Like, cause I think he gonna just go over Sasuke. Like, you beat him, and that's not how it always don't work with the One Piece world. But actually, when I look back at the story for Luffy, like 80%, maybe even 90% of the time, he beats somebody, his bounty comes over there, or he beats a group of people, or he does something, and his bounty shows a reflection to that as far as for the people that know. See, like, if Luffy bounty to me could already been at 1 billion or 1.5 billion if they would have been stating from the beginning everything that Luffy done did from the beginning to now. Before he got to Big Mom, his bounty was supposed to be 1 billion. That's just how I feel. But because they hide certain things and don't want the people to know, they'll show the people, well, he did this, and because he did this, this is his bounty now. And see, that's why I'm saying the reflection off of things he's done is the reflection off of his bounty. You feel me? So with Franky, I definitely see that. You beating somebody close to Yonko Commander level. They got over 400 million. Definitely, I see him being at least 5, and I said that at the most he could be like 800 million, and I wouldn't be never mad at that. I definitely, in my mind, I think I'm trying to move too fast, because me, I want all the Straw Hats to be like 500 or more. That I just want all of them have ridiculous, stupid bounties, and I think that's what we're gonna get. Like, towards the end of the story, like, I see Luffy's crew exactly like Shank's crew. That's just how I see him. Like, Luffy's gonna have that crew where, yeah, Luffy got a whole fleet. He does. But you know that Luffy don't care nothing about that fleet. Yes, is the fleet gonna come in handy? I bet that fleet gonna be used for future stuff. I know that all this gonna tie back together, but we know, if you a real Luffy fan, if you really watch One Piece, Luffy does not care about that fleet. It's his main. It's not saying he don't care, not that they're his friends. It's just like, but he ain't looking for them to come save him. He ain't looking for them to just. That's not what they're there for. You feel me? They're there on their own accord, following after Luffy. It's just like certain people did with Whitebeard. Certain people that, yeah, Whitebeard had encountered them and beat them or whatever, but he didn't tell them to follow him. They just did that of their own accord. Even with Ace. Ace wanted nothing more but to beat Whitebeard and tried to kill him on multiple occasions. But through Whitebeard's power and charisma, he joined on with Whitebeard and became part of the crew and became part of the family. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to stuff like that, that's when I look at like storylines, and I'm looking at where things could be headed, and that's kind of how Luffy's crew is. You're gonna have his main crew, which I think Luffy could get. I don't know. I think he could get like 5 more people. I think Luffy crew could have like 15 people, and he said he only wanted 10, but I think he could get like 5 more people. Like, I'm like, damn, can Yamato join? Can Carrot join? That's just 2. We ain't even telling what else you might go and the other people you might join in with that we might like, and we like, well, we want that person to join and that person to join. And I don't see nothing wrong with adding people like Yamato and Carrot. Actually, I think that would be perfect to put them 2 in the crew right now, because I think Yamato is very powerful, yes. And I honestly see her. She's somebody who could kind of set off the power dynamic between, because then you could argue on who's stronger between Yamato and Sanji. Now, I ain't between Yamato and Zoro. Sorry, Zoro wins. That's just my opinion. But Yamato and Sanji, then you might can have argument. But that's why I say I think Oda putting Sanji in that light. Well, nah, it ain't. Yeah, Yamato strong, but it ain't no argument. Sanji is he is at this level now. You feel me? That's just how I think it is. So, but you could use that as a power dynamic, as, okay, I put somebody super strong on the crew, so now I'm gonna put somebody positively regular. Now, Carrot ain't weak. We ain't gonna say that. You feel me? But when Carrot's when she not using Sulong, which she only used it once, like, yeah, she done did some things, but Carrot ain't just the most extravagant, most just out there just throwing all this around powerful character. She just not. She kind of she is childish like Chopper. You feel me? Sometimes scary. like Usopp, you feel me? Like she to me is still just a child trying to come up. And I think she would be perfect to put on there, maybe to relevate with Chopper and stuff like that. But I'm kind of getting off subject off my dog Franky. My fault. I'm getting off my dog Franky. When I talk about Franky, I didn't say it too much, but at the same time, everything I want to say, Franky is amazing. He's such a good character. It's just like, and I know he gonna get stronger. Like you gotta think, like I think Franky is definitely gonna get armament hockey, and he could get observation hockey. But I could see it to a point of fact that Franky only I can see it to a fact that Franky only, you feel me? Let me see how I can put this. That he only gets armament. You feel me? I had my own little theory that I was working out in my mind. Like, you could give Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, somebody like Jinbe, definitely, because you could give people like them observation and armament. And definitely you can give people like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji conquerors too. You feel me? But I said, like, for the rest of the Straw Hats, you might can use one or the other if you wanted to. I think Oda gonna give them both of them. That's just how I feel, and I feel like this is my list for right now. I feel like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp are going to all have Conqueror's Haki. Now, you might want a lot of people like they would be want to put Usopp down like he does. A lot of people don't even want to give Sanji Conqueror's Haki. Like, and to me, I just know for a fact he gonna get it. Like, to me, it's like that's like embedded in the story that he's gonna also get Conqueror's Haki. He ain't gonna get it now. Like, he feel me, but he's definitely gonna get it. Ooh, I'm sorry, you can feel whatever type of way y'all want to. Usopp gets Conqueror Haki. So hey, feel you know what? Go ham, however you feel, please. I'm gonna do me, and you can do you. Usopp gets Conqueror's Haki, but Franky, he could just get armament. I mean, because he's big, he's bulky. That's how Franky fight. He not no, yeah, he a super mastermind. I ain't saying he dumb, but he's not no. I'm about to plan 10 steps ahead of you, or read your every move to do this. No, Franky more of a, okay, come and attack me, hit me, bam. You hit him, and he like, okay, I'm still here now. I'm about to hit you, bam. Like, he more of a, I can take anything you throw at me. Can you take anything I throw at you? That's the type of fighter Franky is. So I could see him getting armament, not having observation. Perfect. I wouldn't be mad at it. Somebody like Nami, I could see Nami getting observation and not getting armament. Not that Nami's weak. I don't think Nami weak at all. I'd be really hating when people say she a glass cannon based off the people she done fought. Nami took a lot of damage and stood to tell the tale, even to stare death in the face for her captain's honor. So I definitely be, you feel me, don't like it when a lot of people like say glass cannon. I definitely don't think that about Nami. She got a lot of durability for for a female, you feel me? And on top of that, a pirate, you feel me? Like, there's other people who I feel like would have been failed to stuff that Nami done went through. That's past the point though. Even if you want to put it in that sense, I could see her, okay, just having observation and being able to more, when people are laying off these super deadly attacks, she able to more just weave and move and use her climb attack to, like the Sharingan to make you see what she wants you to see. All this time it was her doing this. I could see stuff like that. So you feel me? I could see each Straw Hat that's not in the main echelon, not having both hockeys, but having this one hockey that they would utilize to the best of their abilities in their own way. But at the end of the day, I still feel like all Straw Hats get both hockeys at the end of the story. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. I don't care how you feel. That's just how it is. Franky, I'm so sorry. This is your video. I'm bouncing back and forth between everything, but it's because like I be looking at everything from this scope. I said before, like, I be feeling like the way the stories be going is always a story for somebody. And do I think all of the Straw Hats are going to get stories? I think they already got them. If I look back towards this story, like, Zoro is getting Wano, Sanji got Whole Cake. Technically, Jinbei had Fishman Island and Whole Cake. Robin had, that is not Impale Down. Robin had in his lobby. and she technically had Alabaster. Franky had Water 7, and technically he had Ennis Lobby. Usopp had his own arc where he first came, and technically had Water 7 when he went against Luffy. Nami had her own arc when she first came. And see, okay, I'm gonna just keep going before I say that. Chopper had his arc when he first came, and then Brook had his one when he first came. Plus, he had Jesus, I can't believe I forgot Thriller Bark. Then bam, and then he had Thriller Bark. So I mean, when I'm looking at this and I'm reading over it, like, yes, you can count all of the initial, when they first get there, you can count that off bad as something that they had to go through. But then you can count after that each of the Straw Hats got a story arc that they go through that kind of pushes for them, that relates around them, and something that it's about. You feel me? For Robin, Alabaster is when she was brought in, but in his lobby is when she was solidified for the group. You feel me? Franky Water 7 was when he was introduced, but really maybe Thriller Bark or something like that, you feel me, kind of solidified. The only person who, well, really, he had his too. I about to say Usopp, Usopp had his when he was there. Then he had his in Water 7 when the whole Mary thing, but I feel like Usopp gets another because Elbaf comes up. So it's like, a lot of people gonna try to discredit, like, well, they all ain't had, but to me, in my eyes, every Straw Hat, it has had an arc where they done went through something or done made something out of how they done got to where they are now. And I think we all done clearly seen that. And for Franky, definitely with his 2-year time skip, learning secrets about Vegapunk that I bet certain people don't know, and even more wouldn't even understand. And I know that he done grasped that, and I know that he probably building even better bodies, or he probably building even better stuff. There's going to be more stuff that they run into and this and that. Definitely, that's why I say he is a very particular person who I feel like, I think, I don't know if you could say he underestimated, but it's just certain people who I feel like don't think that Franky is, I don't know, like he up for the challenge or something. I don't know even how to put that, because in my mind, this man built the Battle Franky, like the big one, like the Shogun Franky, like this, like that is, we all know, like that man. It's hard for me to explain, because when I sit here and I think about it, I'm like, this man was about to fire a laser at Big Mom. And he didn't have no second thoughts about it. And that makes me think about going into the future. Like, that makes me think about, like, I know for a fact Franky is not running away from battles, and he probably going to have even more people that he going to have to fight and face. And that's why I definitely say he gets at least 500 million. So my problem with that, with Franky, would be, like, if he don't get up to 500 million, like, I don't know what Sasuke's real bounty is, but I would feel like it need to be at least, and I think Sasuke was like, I know it was high up there. I know it was like 4 something. So, like, I just don't, even if Sasuke's is 415 or 420 and you make Franky's 450, I mean, I guess I'd be satisfied so long as it's over Sasuke's. That's just how I feel. And then, like, then you don't put him too high up there, because you don't want to give Franky, like, I mean, if you want to give him 800 million Shogun Franky, that's perfect too. But then you kind of, that's definitely like, when you start putting the Straw Hats and the certain ones up there in 800 millions, close to a billion, you definitely stating, like, yeah, these are Yonko commanders. These are people who, yeah, we definitely want our hands on these people. Frank is definitely one of those people, because I definitely feel like he has more to offer towards with Vegapunk. I feel like when they meet Vegapunk, Franky gonna be the one the most to learn from him. That's why I say Franky could have a whole nother arc when they meet Vegapunk, and Vegapunk really teaches him about stuff. And I do honestly think that when they meet Vegapunk, Franky gonna be the one the most to learn from him. And you could say, like, maybe Usopp pick up some stuff from it, but no, Franky and maybe Robin gonna be the most to learn from this man. And the only reason with Robin is because he might know stuff about the Void Century, and not even might, yeah, he knows. To me, we ain't met Dr. Vegapunk yet, but to me, in my mind, I just feel like he knows everything, and it ain't nothing that you gonna tell me that he don't know. So you feel me? This man putting devil fruits inside the objects. Like, you ain't telling me ain't nothing this man don't know. So definitely feel like Franky can grow even more and has more to come. And I'm definitely looking forward to him. Like, when I looked at episode 1000 and I seen like what he came from and things that he had to do and overcome and how he got here with the straw hats. You know, all of them make me so filled with like that emotion. But it just make me look at like Franky, he is a man's man. Like, he ain't, when he joined up and he there, and now that he's there, I definitely I don't see no straw hat betraying Luffy anyway. So we ain't definitely gotta talk about that. But it's just like the principle of it. Like, you feel me? This man knows what has to be done, and he ain't backing down for nobody. And that really makes me happy. Like, that right there, that little scene right there is really what makes me push the issue that, and I honestly see this now. You're gonna see me talk about this every video now, because it honestly pushes the issue for me that when the government shows up trying to take over 1-0, they not running. That's what it pushes the issue for me. Like, when he about to shoot Big Mom with that, and he's speaking, like, letting them know like we can't run. This the king of the pirates right here. The king of the pirates runs from nobody. We seen that with Roger when he fought Shiki. The king of the pirate runs from nobody. So that definitely, it keeps solidifying for me that, like, yeah, the government, yeah, they might show up. Yeah, they might try to take Robin. But they are gonna get flat out destroyed by this new straw hats who understand that we a Yonko crew, yeah. And really, to them, we ain't even no Yonko crew. No, we the Pirates King crew, and there ain't no running in whatever you want. We won't smoke. So yeah, that's just how I feel about Franky. I know, yeah, I know a lot of people be looking at me like, you ain't. I'm not. See, a lot of people be wanting me to talk about this history. I don't got no history or none of that, or to tell you no facts or this and that. I'm telling you how I personally feel about these characters and what could come next for them, and what they done, this stuff that they done been through, and what could that mean for them. And with Franky, I done already said he's a man's man, that he really solidified to me that, yeah, when the time comes, it ain't gonna be no running. Now, could it be some running? It could be some running. I never know, but just with how he reacted to Big Mom, that showed me like this man ain't even scared of no Yonko. He ran one over with a motorcycle, you feel me? Like, this man ain't got no fear in his heart, you feel me? He ready for all the smoke. And that went for Brook too, but like I said, I talk about Brook when his video come. I already talked about everybody with Franky, but everybody gonna get a mix, especially when it comes to the Straw Hats, because they all in the mixture together. So Franky, very interesting. Love him as a character. And when I did do, like I said, when I did do my bounties, I always said that he would go from 94 million, and he would get a definitely huge jump to about 500 million at least for being Sasuke. So eat on that. Let me know what y'all think. I'm always here. I'm always ready. I never really said, but y'all can definitely like, subscribe. I'd rather you leave your comments. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna read them. You can talk all the trash you want. You can say all the good stuff you want. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna reply. I'm gonna like, and I'm going to keep promoting content.